Do you want to see how I turned some scrap pallet wood into a one-of-a-kind Lego storage box for my grandson? It's a fun project and a special gift he's going to love. So I'm just dismantling the pallet so that I can get some nice wood for the cantilever box. Normally I'd be more careful about ripping them apart, the pallets. But as you can see, these are very tight between the boards. So I've gone down this route of just ripping the sides off like that. And now I'm going to try and take the boards off the central runner without trying to screw up the wood. Okay, that was a bit easier than I thought. There's the central bearer. A couple of the boards split, which is fine because I need skinnier ones anyway. And then there's the stack of the full-size boards. So I just need to take the nails out, run them through the planer, and then think about what sizes I need to cut them to. And they've come up pretty well, I think. I don't know what type of wood it is, but looks pretty good. So now I just need to figure out the dimensions of what I'm going to build. Okay, so router table's working. I think I'm not going to do box joints or finger joints for this first practice cantilever box, because I haven't really practiced, and I was semi-traumatized from trying it out in the last video. But I can do these rebates with my router table and the fence. And so I've just been practicing, well, not practicing, just trying to get the right height for the rebate for a plywood base in each of the little drawers that I've got to make. And I have to say that it's super complicated knowing whether you need to lift the bit of the router bit up, or move the fence back, or move the fence forward. It's anyone who thinks that, I don't know, woodworking is just pottering around in an old shed out the back, you know, it's nuts. Your brain's working the whole time. So I think I've got it set up correctly. I need to make these two a bit deeper. You can see they're not. How can I show that? They're not quite deep enough if I do that. So that means move the fence away. Okay, so here we go. Here's the, but not that one. These ones. And let me get this right. They fit like a glove. Well, there's my first box. Actually, I think I've done it wrong again. 360. So that means that this distance here should be 180, but I forgot to allow for the fact that the wood it's sitting in, it's rebated. So I'm going to have to cut them. There is my first box, which is pretty exciting. So I will just, I glued this up earlier. Had to go and buy one of these band clamps because Steve Ramsey from Woodworking is Mere Mortals says that he bought one 30 years ago and he's and it's been the most valuable thing, or one of the most valuable things. So let's just see. there we go. So I have a box. Bit of a sand and it'll be good. I left all the nail holes because it came from a pallet, just because it gives it some character. You know where it's come from. And it means that I've done one box and there's 6 to go. So I've made all my boxes, which is good. They're not all perfectly square, but I can't do much about it now, and I'm not going to remake them. And that one at the top on the left there seems a bit weird, but I'm just going to go with it. So I've marked it all out. So the rail will go like that, or the hinge maybe, and then a shorter one there, and then a shorter one here. If my boxes were all perfect, then all these measurements would be exactly the same, but as it happens, they're not. And so I think what I need to do is just go with the measurements that I see rather than trying to force it, because this is just where they're naturally sitting. So a few minutes have gone by, actually a couple of hours. This was an extremely fiddly job, making these hinges, I guess I'm going to call them. I use this as a marker for the making the rounded edges, or rounded ends. And I've only done one side. Okay, so there's the second side of hinges done. Each of those hinges needs measuring, the center of each piece marked out. Mark out a rounded top and bottom, then jigsaw the rounded bit, then take it out and sand it, and then put the countersink in. So that's quite a bit of work on each of them, and I've now done 12. So I'm just going to drill some pilot holes through my hinges, and then sort of do a dry fit. I think that's what I'm doing. Okay, I put one on. It seems fairly tight, but I don't know. You never know these things until you actually try them. I've got some little plastic washers, which I'm putting on as well. Who knew woodworking could be so stressful? This is quite scary. This is the moment of truth. So I'm just going to unclamp it. I've just got the hinges on one side. And I'm going to see whether even with just one side's worth of hinges it's going to work. Looks pretty good. Whoa, look at that. Holy crap. What the hell? Whoa. Holy moly. Oh, that is so cool. All the hinges are on. I can see one of the plastic washers there. And I realized I hadn't put one in the middle on the long side. So And there's definitely one side, well, I was going to say one side's better than the other, but I'm not so sure. Anyway, here we go. There we go. So that that is exactly what it should do, which is totally awesome. For the first one of anything like this that I've built, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm going to make a better one, but for my grandson's Lego, I think it'll be great. Now, as all woodworkers know, then this bit is not the end. Now I have to sand everything, stain it. I need to put a handle in the middle as well. And I need to make some lids for the top, each of the tops. But I think that's awesome. So there we go. I have the two lids on the boxes and they're just snug fit on there. So I just snuck up on them. Just kept going until it was about right. And the boxes aren't perfectly square. And then I'm going to put a little handle just out of wood on the middle. And then I'm just measuring up. I need to put a handle across the center of the box. So there we have it, the finished item. Works just as intended, but as all woodworkers know, it's never exactly the way you'd want it. There's always something that you could do better next time. But I'm pretty damn happy with that. I put some separators in the top two boxes, which is quite cool. I made these little wooden handles and obviously a carry thing. So I think that'll be better for him, my grandson, for his Lego, rather than a 30 by 30 by 30 raffia box, which you just spend half your time fumbling around on the bottom, trying to find the right piece.